new, we always want to be a student to this business, a student to the information, because you may find something different. You know, you're going to be in a position where whatever you're absorbing, you want to be able to teach it. So repetition is the best teacher. So again, thank you guys so much for being here on this Friday night. My name is Millicent Owens out of Atlanta, Georgia. So we're going to talk about getting started the right way. All right, because there's a wrong way and there's a right way. All right, so let's see here. Did my little clicky want to work? All right, sometimes I got to move my slide. Okay, so let's first of all go with important numbers. Your important numbers will be your personal ID number that artists subscribe to you. Think of this as your social security number. Your social security number basically is how you get paid. So that's the best way to look at it. So you're going to be able to place orders and do a lot of different things with your personal ID number. Okay. Also, a very important number would be your presenter ID number. Okay. So if you were introduced into this business and you signed up, chances are you're looking to sign some people up. So what's going to happen, whether you call or whether you're online, they're going to ask for a presenter's ID. So that would be either your upline or someone that has shown you this business. I do presentations every Wednesday, and we have one tonight with corporate that I'll be doing. But everyone has a presenter ID because they get a credit there. Okay, so we want to make sure that we use integrity here as well. But also we want to make sure that we're using it, because this is money that if you don't enter anybody's name, it stays with the company. So we don't want any money left on the table. We want to make sure that those bonuses are giving out to somebody, and especially to anybody that has done the work. Okay. One of the beautiful things about this bonus is that it almost eliminates excuses, because sometimes you may have joined with somebody and they no longer do the business and they may not want to help you. Or, you know, sometimes you may identify or relate more with somebody else. It could be age, it could be different things that relate you with that person. So it encourages us all to work together and support each other, because, you know, you don't have to worry about people not wanting to support you because everybody's thinking, what's in it for me, right? Okay. All right. So the next important numbers would be your enroller's phone number, your sponsor's phone number, because there's this beautiful thing in this business called sponsorship. And your president or director, manager, whoever, you want to have a whole line of numbers, because all of these people should be invested in supporting and helping you with your business. So if you need to send a text or anything, just pick up the phone and call. Also, sideline members, you guys. There are some people that are not on my team. I'm not in their team, but because again, I am a presenter with ARDYSS, they will call me and reach out to me. And so, you know, get as many numbers and build as many relationships as you can to help you build your business. The ARDYSS Life corporate number. Make sure you write this down. Make sure you have it in your phone, okay? On speed down or on speed dial, okay? Because you will be able to again place orders. If you have any questions or concerns, you can call them. You can enroll people with this number, okay? So first things first, your ARDYSS Life back office, okay, for new people especially, and for some that may have been in this for a while. Write down this website, very important, boardysslife.com, okay? You're going to get to a screen that looks just like this, okay? It's going to ask you for your username and password. So initially, your username and password will be the same as your ARDYSS Life ID number. You will be able to change it if you desire to do so, okay? Now, off the record, okay, and you guys can quote me off the record, make sure that your uplines know your info. Why? Because in case they need to place orders, to assist you with volume. And this is beneficial for you to duplicate with your team, okay? Because there are some parts in our compensation plan where you can kind of kick yourself back a rebate, all right? So we probably won't talk about that on this call, but we can talk about it off of this call if you reach out to me, okay? All right. So that is your back office. Now let's have a look inside of your back office. This is the first page you're going to see, and this is your dashboard, okay? This dashboard, it has everything pertaining to your business. In your back office, you'll be able to get paid. You can see events. You can make purchases for your business at wholesale. You can enroll new distributors. The reports will show you every facet of your business, okay? From commissions to organization to like everything. It is right there under reports. You will be able to track your orders here, and you'll be able to get support information for your business. But let's take care of first things first. We want to go right here and click to get paid, okay? So once you click on that, you're going to see this drop down here, and it says get qualified in GPG access. You're going to click there, and you're going to end up here on this screen, and you should click start now. First things first, okay? Please fill out your W-8 or your W-9. Why? Because we want you to get paid on time, okay? If you do not have this on file, you will not get paid, all right? Now, after you've gotten that set up, you want to go in and set up your ARDYSS Prime and reoccurring order. Go back to your dashboard, and this is going to be right here. You see, it says that you are not ARDYSS Prime qualified. You want to activate that, okay? Why? Because some of the benefits of being ARDYSS Prime includes flat rate shipping of $9.99 on all of your orders, okay? Plus an additional 5% in VP from your direct affiliates, okay? So this is anybody that you bought in. If you're new, you will not understand compensation, but let's just say instead of you getting a 5% payout on somebody else's order, you will get 10% by being on ARDYSS Prime, okay? Also, it puts you in a position where there's no delay in receiving your products due to you simply forgetting to order. And most importantly, it can help you to get paid on time, okay? So if you got that reoccurring order, you will have all of the qualifications that you need to get paid on time, okay? All right, so with the reoccurring order, let's look into that a little bit further. If you're looking at the dates here, you're in total control. You can choose to have the date of the 10th, 15th, or 21st will be set up right here. And you can choose your order by clicking here. You will need to put a credit card on file, okay? But once you go in and select your products, again, they will be automatically shipped to you each month. So they will have everything laid out for you, and you can choose to customize it however you would like to. Please note that you can make changes to the products, the dates, reschedule or cancel anytime. It's completely up to you, okay? So, but this is here for you, and it has the benefits that are locked into this package. All right, any questions there? Okay, no questions. Well, I'll move along. All right, so let's talk about important websites as well as social media, etc. Once you get started with ARDYSS, you're going to get a personalized website. For example, mine is ardysslife.com/MOwens. You can customize the end, or it will simply be your ID number at the end, okay? This website right here, welcome.ardyss life, is your best friend in this business besides your back office, okay? And let's go ahead and click on that so I can give you guys a preview. This is welcome.ardysslife.com. I send my prospects here. If you have someone that speaks a different language, there are drop downs here, and you can actually get this pulled up in Spanish, okay, or whatever different language or market that it may apply to, okay. But one thing I love, and like I said, this is my favorite resource. Any product, all of it's going to be listed here. You can download information about the shield. I love to send people here for the products because you get a great view of it, especially the nutrition. When people say, well, what's in the Red Lviv, what are the stats on the Multi Plus? You can just simply click here, scroll down, okay? And it's gonna give you those stats. It's gonna give you the supplemental facts about this product, okay? And a beautiful thing that I love, you have the Facebook Share Biz button. So it will share it right to your Facebook wall. All right. Okay, so it will give you a breakdown of all of that. This is another one of my favorite features, the online catalog. Okay, we are in a digital age. You can order catalogs from artists. I have no idea how much they cost because I have never ordered any. When someone asks me for a catalog, I simply go here and I grab the link and I send them a digital catalog, okay? You can truly work this business from your computer or your smartphone, all right? So you'll have the catalog for the business as well as chic. All right, now one part, because I know I've got some compensation gurus on here and people that are tagging this comp plan, you can go here. ARDYSS has videos that teach you about the compensation plan, very short, fun videos, how we are in a direct sales business. It teaches you about your affiliation bonuses, uni-level bonuses, etc. Okay, training and resources. You guys go and click it. I'm not going to click anymore, okay? But this is your best friend, your best friend. All right, so now that we've gotten that out the way, also make sure that you follow ARDYSS Life on all social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram. Make sure that you are a part of all team WhatsApp groups. It gets a little busy, it goes off a lot, but there's a lot of information that is shared every single day about this business. Okay, so let's talk about, well, before I move forward, any questions here? All right, okay. All right, so let's talk about what you need to do first. The first thing that you need to do if you are new to this business and existing people, let's make sure that we're getting our people showcased within their first 24 to 72 hours, okay? Because one thing, we want you to get your first 3 affiliates as soon as possible and a few customers, all right? Because we want to get you your money back. 3 affiliates will equal $300. That's going to help you recoup your investment right away if you got started with the power pack, okay? Now, once your products come, you want to use them every day, become a product of the product. This is going to build your belief in your testimony, okay? Sometimes we're not able to sell things or get people into the business because we're not really, we haven't believed it ourselves. We haven't experienced the products ourselves. So you want to build your belief as well as your testimony. Now let's talk about how to set up your first showcase. You want to make a list of people that you know that want to lose weight, that want to get healthy and make extra money. A good list is 20 to 30 names. A great list is 100 or more names. You do not need their phone numbers, just list them down so it's going to kind of jog your memory. Think about it this way. You may get one person to attend for every 10 people that you invite. So think about a massive invite, okay? Be sure if you're doing this in person to have a grab chair environment. Try not to have any food. Just have some plain chips and water. Why do you say have plain chips and water, Millicent? Because for one, people are there to hear about a business opportunity. They're there to hear about losing weight. We are not trying to feed them, okay? People will eat up your food and not buy anything. In addition to that, water is good because if anything spills, if you have something that's red or is colored, then the showcase is over, all right? And you're pulling out the Bissell and all of that stuff to get that red punch cleared up. But most importantly, everything that we do needs to be duplicatable. You want people to come to your showcase and say, I can do that. I can get plain potato chips and water. You don't want them to look at you just had $100 worth of spread of food. You just had a beautiful setup. You don't want people to look at this and say, I can't do it. So keep this simple. Do not overcomplicate this business. Anything that I do, I make sure that I'm like, okay, even if I want to do it fancy, I want to make sure that anybody that sees it does not feel like it's complicated, right? Plain potato chips and water, okay? All right. So your upline partner or presenter can present for you in person or by video or by conference, you guys. So somebody will be there to assist you with your showcase, whether your products have came in or not. We want to get you rolling so we can recoup that investment. Some of the things that you're going to need at a showcase might be your sign-in sheet, okay, with phone numbers, because you want to follow up with people that may not purchase that day, all right? A friend might bring a friend. Make sure you have a measuring tape, have catalogs, before and after portfolio, price sheets, point sheets, okay? Applications, pens, have a chill bottle of Lviv if you can get your hands on some, all right? And preferably have some 1 ounce sampling cups, all right? Body Magic popular sizes would be 34, 36, 40 for demo purposes, all right? If you only have one Body Magic, you be the model, okay? So let's talk briefly about why you want to have a little inventory. Do you want to be a store? No. I would never tell you to have a storehouse full of products, because I believe in the model of network marketing. It's a very simple model that most people can follow, okay? So, but inventory, because right now there's a lot of things going on. There is a delay, a huge delay in how quick we're able to get certain products, okay? So keep that in mind with the products that you are showcasing, because I typically won't offer anything that ARDYSS does not have in stock, okay? That is just me, because if you create a desire for it, people are gonna want it. So that is just me. So if you don't have the products on hand, then it may, cause a delay. Or if you do invest in inventory, it's a good idea only if you can, because you can use those products to help somebody get started in the business. My suggestion to you would be to have their products sent to your house, okay? All right. Have their products sent to your house. Do not just trust people like that, because people will take your products, keep their products, and you will never see them again. All right, any questions there? All right, well, let's move on to mindset. My favorite part. Mindset is everything. All right, so you are an independent contractor, you guys. Jim Rohn said this. And if you don't know who that is one of the best network marketing professionals, earners, trainers, and motivational speakers that have ever blessed this industry. I love this quote that he says, be a student, not a follower. Take interest in what someone says, then debate it, ponder it, and consider it from all your angles. What that simply means to me, again, is this. You're an independent contractor, okay? Now, you're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. However, including myself, I'm here. I love to train. I love to teach, but please go and do your own research. Go and study this business for yourself, because it is your business. The relationships that you have, that you bring into this business, those are your relationships, okay? So make sure that you are, just fact checking everything. Don't just go by what someone says. In this group, in another group, one of our team members, we are reading a book called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And habit 1 says, be proactive. Again, take responsibility for your business. Learn everything you can about your business. Learn about this company, and most importantly, this industry, okay? Study to show yourself approved and study to teach. Become the person you need to become in order to be successful, okay? So personal development is key. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I started this industry at 18. I was very shy, stayed in a company for 3 years before I did anything. But personal development, if you don't get anything else out of this, become the person that you need to be, okay? Personal development that I recommend reading. Leaders are readers, okay? Think and Grow Rich, one of the best books, best tools. You don't need a title to be a leader. Great book. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. These are great books for personal development. Industry development, books that I would recommend right now, Go Pro by Eric Worre. The 4 color personalities of MLM. You want to know the people that you're talking to. You want to know the audience that you're engaging. Sometimes you're not going to get certain places with some people that you're trying to present this business to because you're not relating to their personality, okay? There are sharks, there are whales, there are urchins, and there are dolphins. Learn your personality and learn their personalities as well. So I highly recommend that book as well as Get Over Yourself, okay? This is a blueprint to building a life-changing business. So just start with those few and they will bless you. Now let's go ahead and talk about the titles and positions. Let's talk about money. This is a point where I like to get interactive. So I'm going to request that you guys come off of mute if you're able to do so we can talk about this business. I hope that you all have notes. And if you have questions, feel free to ask them. Hey, President Charlie. I see Mr. Fox online. Hello. I see somebody with iPhone, Lakeisha, Loretta. Hey, girl. Hey. Y'all come off of mute. I know that the information is repetitive, but that is the best way to learn. We learn to teach. We learn to teach. In this business, it requires for you to grow. The first moment that you sign up somebody, congratulations, you are a leader, okay? So you need to know this information, learn it off the back of your hand. Repetition is gonna be the best way. So let's go ahead and start with the first title. Everybody that comes into the business is a what?
Advisor.
Advisor, that's what's up. Coordinators need, I'm sorry. Coordinators need how many points, guys?
700.
And what's our favorite position in the company?
Boss.
I know somebody's the president, but no. I would say supervisors. Why? Because at that position, that's the first position where you really begin to start taking advantage of the compensation plan. In addition to that, this position can really be worked out into any other position. So the more supervisors you create, the easier I would say it is to hit really all of these other positions, okay? All right, so supervisor is our favorite position. What's the next position and how many points does it require?
Manager, A, 6,000.
Come on with it, yes. That's Loretta, right?
Yep.
Or Cheryl, okay, all right. Hey, Loretta. All right, manager B, how many points?
10,000.
10,000. That's another great position too, because those points again can be locked into other positions in this company. Next position and points.
Director.
Now, as you guys can see, your I would say the directions are locked up in the positions and the titles. So when you're a coordinator, you're finding your groove and you starting to coordinate things. You got you about 3 people and 700 points, you know. Supervisors, you're starting to kind of supervise a team. Now you're not micromanaging, but you are supervising, okay? Managers, you're able to manage. So this would mean that at this point, if you're working with your upline, they're able to step away from you a little bit and you know, just kind of make that string a little longer, right? Director meaning, okay, I got this, okay? I'm ready to direct this team and lead them to victory. And the next prestigious position, you guys, is what and how many points do we need?
President, 40,000.
That's right. Who's trying to be the next president? All right, because there's some goodies that is laid there. We have a new president on the line, Miss Opal Mullins. I love Opal's story because, you know, some of you guys don't know I've been an artist before, so I almost know this information like the back of my hand. I've been you know, to an executive president, but that's past, you know, but right now we're talking about now. But I love Opal's story because she was not an artist before. This is her first time in ARDYSS, and she's came and did some amazing things. So more than anything, that says it's possible, you guys. It's possible, right? So next position is y'all got quiet on me. Executive president, and how many points?
100,000.
Come on, Miss Opal. That's next, right? I know.
We're getting there.
Yes, ma'am. And then the next one is
Diamond president.
Diamond
200,000.
president. Shine bright like a diamond. All right. And then we got platinum president, which is
300,000.
300,000. Is that Miss Vilma?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, good to hear your voice. All right, you guys. So as you can see, if you're looking at these positions here, every position, you can kind of see what it takes to go to the next one, even if you can't tell. If you're going to executive, you probably want to create 2 presidents, a director, and a manager will get you there, okay? Break that thing down. Going to diamonds, so I need 2 executives, you know? Platinum, let me get 3 of them executive presidents, or a diamond and an executive. But you want to have balance, so we're going to go ahead and move to the next slide. Okay. Key terms. You want to know the terms over here. You got to know them and you got to teach them. Because one thing that I hate, oh my God, I hate, and I don't want to say hate, but it irritates me because there are new people and, you know, we talk in this jargon and this language, but they have no idea what we're talking about. So we'll say, girl, what's your GPQ? GQP, they don't know what that is, okay? So it's group qualifying points. Personal qualifying points, personal volume, you know, so just make sure you make a note of this screen right here, okay? Because those things are important. You gotta know the language, you gotta teach the language. When you're talking to new people or prospects, try not to talk in this language at all. Just talk regularly, okay? Because that's gonna go over people's head. All right, so rules to the game. Let's go ahead and shout out these rules, because if we don't know the rules, we're gonna leave money on the table. What's the first unofficial rule?
Reoccurring order of $100.
That's right. Reoccurring order of 100 PQP. According to ARDYSS, when you go and read that compensation, it says you only need 100 PQP. Some people say 200, that's fine, but ARDYSS says 100 PQP, okay? 40% rule is the next one. What does this apply to? What particular bonus?
Power start.
Well, come on, yes, $500,000. You got to understand this rule. The next rule, the 50% rule, applies to what?
Rank.
Which bonus? Rank bonuses. And I need to add car bonuses because it actually applies to both of those, rank and car bonuses, okay? All right. Okay, and the next one is VP. That applies to uni level. And then the power of 3. This is not an official rule, but it is a rule, okay? And my little thing is in the way, sorry. Okay, you need 12 active people, okay? You guys, bear me one moment. I need to step away. I'm burning up. Give me 1 second. If anybody want to step in and go over these ways to participate, then I would love for anybody to step up while I get right back. Got to turn some air on. I'm hot.
Good training.
Everybody, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
President Charlie, are you on? I got a lot of noise behind me. That's why my line is muted. I know Millicent just stepped away, but you guys know she was going to go over the benefits. And this is the benefits at each membership package. Can you guys hear me? I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm out here myself trying to recruit.
Yeah,
Yes.
good.
Okay, so you know the benefit package starts out with the $50 membership first. That's one of the package ways you can come in. And as you can see, going down the benefit is you have the cost of the membership, $50. And of course, you know that your discount is 40%. And then you have your, what I call the web page, of course. And then you have the ways of earning money. No. Products included. No. It's just your annual fee of $50. Millicent, are you back? And then we have the express pack. And I like to do the express pack. I like to do it because once I get people on the express pack, to me, that's considered like my residual. So these people come in on the express pack and they want to continue to get the products. I have a lot of people that I sign up on that. And of course, you have the cost of membership, which is $25. And then they're going to get also the 40% discount. And of course, they get the web page, our beautiful web page. And then ways to earn money. All, can y'all see it? All plans except what? The Power Start.
Yeah.
Then we have products included. Yes, they can get products. And then, of course, they have the annual fee, the annual cost, which is $25. So what's next?
I know.
$300, the Power Pack. And I know everybody loves that because we also have that opportunity to enroll 3. And I know Millicent don't hit it at the same time, but I'm just thinking about it because that's what I'm pushing for. Enroll your 3 and get $300. And we know what that's called. President Opal, you do it all the time.
Yeah, Monty Plus.
Multiplier.
Multiplier. Yeah.
Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. And then you have the cost of membership, which is free. And that's the best part about it. There is no annual fee that you will be charged. And your discount is 40%. You get your web page. And you get all the plans, all ways of pay. And I say that's the bum diggity right there all by yourself. And the products are included. Yes, you can get your $300 worth of products. And then you have your annual fee. No, it's free, totally free. And I love that. And I know y'all do too. So Millicent, are you back?
I am. That's what I'm saying. That's why you the newest director. That's what
Yeah, all this noise behind me. I'm trying to get this young lady right here to come right on in this business. So I'm going to mute my line, okay?
Hey, all right. Thank you so much. That's
You're
director
welcome.
Negay. All right, you guys. So I wanted to include this slide because I know we see it all the time on the presentation, but it's important because there are different ways that people join this business. There are still different ways that people get started. I know sometimes we go strictly for the juggler, which is the Power Pack. Great. Best way to get started. But if someone doesn't want to get started, hey, they might want to be a customer. Customers do turn into distributors. So a lot of people don't realize that the ways that we get paid here. So with the $50 membership, do you get anything when you sign someone up for a $50 membership?
Just your website and your discount.
That's right. But we don't make any commissions there. So it's $0. But are they beneficial to sign up? Yes. Okay. I have my reasons for saying yes. Okay, don't do this all the time. But if you get into this compensation plan, and when we start talking about power start, okay, you're gonna need 12 people that can have as little as 50 points. Okay, so these $50 memberships, they do come in handy. These would be for people that have traditional business, like Miss Opal has a traditional business, although she is killing the entire compensation plan. Some people that have traditional business, they do not want to sign up and build a team, but volume is volume. Hear me clearly, y'all. Volume is volume. You know, somebody that can put these products in their store, but they don't want to do nothing. Hey, I would let them get that wholesale, boutiques, whatever. That volume still benefits you, okay? That's me, okay? Do not miss out on this, all right? Also, the $100 Express Pack, it pays $20. You sign somebody up for $100, you're gonna get $20. There's no multiplier bonus attached to that. All right, good. And then the affiliate bonus pays for the Power Pack pays $50. If you do it 3 times, then you get the multiplier of 300. Okay. Now let's talk about the presenter bonuses and why it's beneficial to become a presenter. At the end, can y'all see that? Because I'm blocking my own screen. The presenter bonus pays $0 here. Under the blue, the presenter bonus pays $10. But that's okay, because you could have a presentation where there's 100 people in the room and 50 people want to be customers. So that's 10 times 50 just for talking, all right? So you're able to leverage these presenter bonuses and really get a nice check. There was one month I made about $300 in presenter bonuses. So that was, hey, listen, that was pretty cool just for talking, all right? So then when you help someone get started with a power pack, and imagine there's 10 people in a room and 5 get started on a power pack. Now you have $30 times 5 people, and you just did one presentation. So there's benefits in learning how to present, okay? And I know I asked last week who want to present. I'm working on something, y'all, okay? So we're gonna make sure that we do that. So the power of 3 is very important. This is a very simple, duplicatable model. Start with 3 people. Why? Because everything we do, we teach, okay? Your 3 people will go and get their 3 people. That's 9 people. And then it begins to grow out into a tree. 3rd level, you got 27 people. Your 4th level, you have 81 people. This business does not require for you to know a lot of people. So you may get some objections when you're out talking to people. They'll say, well, I don't know a lot of people. People know at least 3 people, right? And those 3 people know 3 people who know 3 people. And it's literally that simple, okay? So that explains the power of 3. Now, this right here, this particular chart is very important because this is your residual income. The residual income piece of our business is important because Power Start is great, but it's a one-time payout for your personal Power Start. If you're building a solid residual income, whether it's full of customers and distributors, you can end up with a nice solid residual, okay, in place that's going to come every 30 days. So ultimately in network marketing, the goal is residual income, all right? People drinking the juice, they feeling good, and they getting here. This is where customers come in. Everybody got some good customers that's ordering, whether they don't want to do anything but drink the juice. Do y'all see these income levels just from drinking the juice? That's some serious money, right? This is generated really through customers. We're all consumers when it comes to this aspect, customers and distributors. So drink the juice. Now let's talk about the multiplier bonus, which we've already kind of mentioned it. If you get 3 people within any 30-day increment, ARDYSS is gonna double that $50 bonus to $300. Okay, or to $600 or to $900. This can be done every 30 days. Okay, so it's not a fast start bonus, it's a every 30-day bonus. You can do it however many times you get 3 people in. Any questions there? Okay. I wanted to make sure we go over these because I know most importantly, we want to make sure you get your money back. You want to get your money back fast? Do this. Do this right here. Get your $300 back and then make your extra $300. Okay. So introduce those 3 people. Now the 50% rule applies here. These are your rank and car bonuses. One thing I want you guys to note here, the rank bonus is the rank bonus, okay? There are no extra numbers. But what happens here with the car bonus? What are you all seeing? GQP 2,000 for rank, GQP 4,000, right? And it's still for the supervisor rank. Do you all see you need double the amount, right? Y'all understand that? Okay. But it's not always the case. So what I want you guys to do as you're going towards rank, let's say you're going towards manager this month. Well, manager only requires for you to get 6,000 points. However, if you want to get a car bonus, how many points do you need?
8,000.
8,000 points. So make sure you're kind of setting your goals up based off of how you can get all of this money off of the table. So this is pretty much self-explanatory, but as you can see, it just requires more, okay? And the 50% rule is applied here. So basically, let's look at it just from the supervisor standpoint. You have 2 people in your team, okay? One person is giving you 2,000 points. How many of those points can you use for rank? So one person in your team has 2,000 points and there's a 50% rule. How many of their points can you use towards rank?
1,000, right?
1,000, yes ma'am. 1,000 points. So I know it's a little tricky, but yeah, so they got more points, but you can only use 1,000 towards the rank. So very important that you're always looking at those 50% rules to get your money, because those rules make it a little tricky, but you can do it. That's why you want to have balance. So let's go ahead and get into this good old power start, okay? All right. So this is why there's one reason why I said study the comp plan for yourself, because sometimes the rules change. So earlier this year, these were the rules for Power Start. The total amount would be $500,000. The number of levels in the chart is 24 advances to 36. The number of people that must be active is really 3 active people with 50 points, okay? And then, well, that's when you're starting off. There's 3 people with 50 points, and it gradually increases one by one until you reach 12 people, okay? So a magic number over here is 3 and 12. Okay, get your 3, but get your 12 to make sure you get all your Power Start. How many points does the Power Start really require for people to have?
50.
50 points. Now that's for your people. For yourself, what do you need for your personal qualifying points?
2,000.
Well, no, your personal qualifying points. Your monthly requirement. Here you go, right here.
100.
100, 100, 100.
100. That's right. That's right. So you, as long as you got your 100, and let's say them other people got 50 points, you and everything is balanced at least by 3, you can get your Power Start. Okay. All right. So again, making sure that you're reading the rules, because earlier this year they said that those 12 people could be anywhere placed in your organization, where there was a change that was made recently that says now those people have to be placed within your first level, okay? So always make sure that you are checking the rules, okay, to see if anything moves, because that can affect your money, that can affect somebody else's money if we're not giving them the right information. Make sense? Okay, so let's go ahead and look at this chart. I know y'all was waiting on this chart, but but I've gotten some feedback and I just want to make sure we understand how to get paid, okay? So personal Power Start chart is paid how many times for your personal? You get, okay, I'm gonna answer the question for you. You get paid one time. So let's say for your first month, the company says you need 3 people and a group qualifying of 800 points, and we're gonna give you a $50 bonus. You did this month, that's it, it's gone. Okay, the only way to keep getting this is to help other people get it. So the matching bonuses apply. All right, so that is pretty much set there. But the power, okay, so the power start, it if you keep duplicating your success, you're gonna keep earning. All right, so let's look at the levels. The levels go from month 1 to month 36. They say you have 36 months. That's a lot of time. All right, the 40% rule applies here to the power start. Very important that you remember that. Okay, so the first goal again is 800 points. Now let's look at active people. You want to start with at least 3 people starting out. And you see how every month the goal, they're just adding 1 person. Y'all see that? By the time you get here, you're at 12. And what happens? It stays at 12, right? So you don't have to keep adding people because it stays at 12. You want to keep adding people because some of these people are going to quit. But you want to keep adding people. But that makes sense? Y'all seeing it?
Yes.
So 12 people. Okay. So also the positions are pretty much locked into the power start. So again, when you're setting your goals, coordinator requires 700 points. But the power start says you need 800, right? Supervisor, 2,000 points. Power start says you need 2,000. Good. But here, manager, how many points do we need for manager without power start?
6,000.
6,000. With power start, to get all of our money, how many points we need?
6,500.
Right. So if you only got 6,000 points, would you get this 250 here?
No.
Right, exactly. You got it. You will only get paid at the 5,000 level. Now, what happened if you had the 6,500, but you didn't have 7 people? You only had 6 people. Would you get this?
No.
Nope. So you got to make sure that you got those people. And this is as simple as a 50-point order, okay? So listen, I ain't gonna tell you, but get your money. That's all I'm gonna say. Get your money. All right. So let's go ahead and make this make sense. Also, let's talk about this, the presidential bonus, before we move forward into our examples. The presidential bonus for the $10,000 check, okay, for reaching the presidential rank for the first time in your ARDYSS career before the end of August 2020. We're running out of time. ARDYSS says there's a guaranteed check for $10,000. Please note, this is not an additional 10K. Last week, we added up the numbers for the power start. It's a power start difference of $2,900, okay? So that means when you hit president at 40,000 points, you're going to get the 2,000, 1,500. You're going to get all these totals added up to $7,100. Y'all remember that? And so ARDYSS will give you the difference of $2,900. Got it? Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move on. So the philosophy over here, the truth is good enough, y'all. The truth is good enough. The comp plan is generous, it's compelling, it's competitive. No need to manipulate it or embellish it. We got one of the best compensation plans. Your reputation is on the line. The company's reputation is on the line. The industry already has a bad reputation, okay? Just be a student and not a follower, because this is your own business. You are an independent contractor. Learn to grow and grow to teach. Duplicate your success by helping others. People do not follow companies. People follow people. These are your relationships, okay? Be a person of integrity, because someone is always watching. And again, the truth is good enough. So let's go ahead and talk about infrastructure to get to president. What are the first things that we want to do is break this goal down. Who want to help me break this down? President requires 40,000 points. What way do we want to take to get there?
4 manager Bs.
4 manager Bs. I think that's the easiest way. You can do 3 directors, but 4 manager Bs is good enough because, again, the easiest way to get to manager Bs is what? 5 new supervisors, right? Everything is balanced. So if you're at president, the Power Stars chart says you need how many people? 40,000 points. You need what?
12 people.
12 active people. That's right. Make sure they're active, okay? Because that's a lot of money that's going to be on the table. So one of the things that we don't talk about here is, yes, you're going to get the Power Start, but now you got 4 new managers. So guess what's going to happen? You see all this good money right here? By getting them to manager B, you're going to get that by 4 times as well. So you're going to get a nice checky check just for helping people. And those manager Bs, they going to get that supervisor match right here. Okay, 5 times. So that's some good money right there. Those matches make it do what it do. All right. And then those new supervisors are going to at least get a new check of about $750. So that's the infrastructure that we're looking at. Write this down, draw it out, put your people's name in there. This is, in my opinion, one of the best ways to get to president. But let's talk about supervisor, because the more people we help get this, you got it. If you popping off supervisors like popcorns, then you're winning, okay? All right. So in this structure, how many points do you need to get to supervisor? And that would be in the red.
2,000.
2,000. How many points does this particular supervisor have?
2,200.
They got 2,200, okay? So let's break that down. They have 4 people. Why do they have 4 people? I'm gonna go back to my Power Start. That Power Start say they need to have 4, right? So they want to make sure they getting all their money. So they got 4 people. Y'all see that? I know I'm toggling around. I wish I could figure out how to do a double screen. So they need 4 people, right? Okay.
So they have 3 advisors and 1 customer?
Yes. they got, well, they built out 2 coordinators. They got 1 advisor and they got 1 customer. Okay. Yes. Okay. So those 3 advisors, the 2 coordinators got there because they simply did what? They went after their multiplier bonus, right? Y'all see it? They got 300 points. So 300 points is what? When they sign up, which way they signed up to get 300 points?
The 300 pack.
The 300, the power pack, right? So the power pack, you know, off the rip, they got at least 300 points. They might have 400, they might have 500, but off the rip, you know, they got 300 points with the power pack, okay? So because they did that, they're going to get a multiplier bonus, right? They got a multiplier coming. Y'all see it?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now, with the 40% rule, I got the 40% rule listed for you here in the red. Why is that important? Because this person is trying to do what? They're trying to hit supervisor, right?
Because they can only get 800 points from each person.
Yes, that's right. Even though they got 900, they can only use 8. So even if it was 2,000 points right here, and they had a total of 4,200 points, they can only use 800 of these points. You got to understand this, or you're going to say, well, I got the volume. It's like, no, this 40% rule is killing you, okay? So you got 2 people doing that. You got your advisor, you got this. So let's go ahead and add up their check. Did they get a multiplier bonus? Do they have 3 new power packs here?
Yes, they do.
They do. So they got the multiplier. What other bonus will they get?
Their rank, yeah.
Their rank bonus, right? And then their power start bonus is how much? Because I want to make sure y'all following me. They got 4 people. They got 2,000 points. They're going to get the $100 and what else?
The $50.
The $50. Good. Good, good, good. And the power start match, are they gonna get a power start match?
Yes,
Yes, why?
because they signed up the 3 people on the power start.
And those 3 people, yep, well, that would be the multiplier. But what you're talking about, these people, they sign up their 3 people, right?
Right.
Good. And how many points did they have? Well, how many points do they need
For the multiplier?
for the power start?
For the supervisor, 3,500.
Well, they would still be a supervisor with 3,500, but 2,000 is for supervisor right here. But for the coordinators,
For the 800.
they got the 800, exactly. So this is how you gonna calculate your matches too. So it's good to look at your stuff, but it's good to look at your people stuff too, because the matching bonuses, that's your money too, right? If you helping them get it, that's your money. Don't leave it on the table. So the first potential check is $770. Now this example, somebody left some money on the table. Why? What's happening here? They hit supervisor, so they got their rank bonus, but they left how much money did they leave on the table? They left $100 on the table, right? I'm sorry, let me go back. Hold on, they might have left more than that. Yeah, they left $100 on the table. How did they leave that $100 on the table?
They didn't have a customer?
There you go. Or they didn't have a 4th person. Could it be a $50 customer with 50 points?
It could.
Yep. Could it be a $100 customer?
It could.
Or it could be a power pack. Either way, they did not have that 4th person, so they left $100 on the table. $100 ain't a lot of money, but the key to seeing why these people that you need is important, because if you get down here and you hit president with 40,000 points, and let's say you got 7 people, what you think you're gonna get paid at this level? You're only gonna get paid proportionate to the amount of people you got. So you gotta have the amount of people that you need for Power Start to get all of your money. Because other than that, if you hit president, congratulations, but you just left $2,000 on the table, $1,500 on the table, $1,000. You just left thousands of dollars on the table. It happens, y'all. It happens. Don't let it happen to you. Okay. Any questions right there? No, y'all did good. Y'all getting it. It's coming together. Just keep playing with it. Get you a whiteboard, get you a piece of paper and a pen, and just go through the numbers. And you'll be able to figure this out, and you'll learn it like the back of your hand. Same thing here. If president with that car bonus, they need 70,000 points to get the $500, you know? What else is a matching bonus? Because we don't talk about that. This is also a matching bonus. I need to include that as well in here, okay? The rank bonus is also a matching bonus. Now, let's talk about this. What happens, okay, with the matching bonus, okay? So let's say your personal actually got paid here at manager. They got paid $250. They got their $750, right? They got all of this. What happens if you enrolled them, but you only got 6 people? Do you get the Power Start? Do you get the match? Better yet, let me phrase it this way. What happens if someone in your organization
I
passed?
don't know. Who did Maggie Stephen? It wasn't me.
What happens if someone in your
She
organization
did it with a finger stick.
pass you?
We didn't get it from the blood.
You don't get your power
Look
start.
on the paper.
You
got
don't
paper?
get that match. You don't get the match. So that's why the Power 3 is important. You want to have 3 people kind of running simultaneously, because you will not get the match unfortunately. Ooh, right? So it gets a little tricky. It's okay if you don't let that discourage you. Just let it keep a fire under you to try to have a balanced organization. All right. 3 people, power 3, 12 people, 12 active people to get all of your power started. If you do that, your organization is balanced. You kind of really don't have to worry about 40% rules, but you do want to watch it, okay? Because structure is almost more important than knowing the knowledge. Everybody good? Any questions? Y'all learned something? Y'all got something today? Well, if y'all don't have any questions, that's pretty much it. If you guys need any assistance, I'm here, one-on-ones, anything that you need, please don't hesitate to reach out. There are some awesome leaders here, President Opal, Director Annette Gay, President Charlie, you guys, we're all leaders, you know, so just utilize your team and let's grow this business and make it happen. So thank you guys for spending your Friday with me. I know there is a call going on right now for Transformational Tuesday. I will be on with corporate. You guys, I just found out today I'll be doing the corporate presentation tonight at 8 o'clock my time. So I will see y'all guys later. Thank you so much for coming to training. God bless y'all. See y'all Wednesday. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for the training. Thank you.
My pleasure.
I'm gonna be on your team. All right.
All right, we all in this dream team. We the dream team over here.
I'm trying to be the platinum president.
Already enjoy you.
Thank you, Miss Vilma. That's right. Going to the top. Thank you so much. Thank you guys.
Soon.
Thank you.